how to feel good in the morning from the start of your day. The first tip: when you wake up in the morning, what do? You just take a moment, you open your eyes, you take a moment to just appreciate that you have woken up, or do you grab your phone? The first thing that you do, is it to think about how grateful you are for waking up, or is it what things you have to do in the day? So the first thing is about what you actually think when you wake up. Sometimes we think that thoughts just come, but we can train ourselves and we can set certain habits in the morning, so that, or anytime for that matter, so that when we wake up, it's not a habit to think about things to do. It's not a habit to grab your phone. It's not a habit to worry, but it's a habit to take a few breaths. It's a habit to take a moment to appreciate that you have actually woken up. It's a habit to just, look around the room and decide, okay, I am really grateful that I have a roof over my head. So that's the first thing. What is my thinking? What are my thoughts when I wake up? And that's very important, because when we wake up, the vibration is kind of like reset. So in the morning, we start in a way from a clean slate. So when we do, why not start from a higher place rather than, starting at the very low straight away? So the first thing is thinking. Tip number 2. When you wake up in the morning, how is the state of your room? How is the place that you have woken up to? Is there order in the room? Is everything kind of in an orderly fashion? I find that when there is order, when there is, just cleanness or tidiness around, it's like the mind is clear. It's like there is space. It's like there is just that clarity, okay? And it actually does come with a clear space. So how is your space? What are the colors in your space? What are the colors in your bedroom? So I suggest that you decorate your bedroom in either the colors that you really love, so they can be even bright colors, but you just know that when you wake up, you love to look at them, or that they are bright, okay? Because brightness is something that is a feature of the beginning of the day. So you kind of flow with the colors inside as well, okay? So you kind of reflect the nature. Outside is inside. You can meditate in the evening, or you can meditate in the morning. And that's, as I was saying before, even touching your phone before starting to think about the lists of things to do. And it can be both, okay? So if you literally take a few minutes, even if the evening meditation gets you to sleep, even if you kind of fall asleep, that's all right, because you are entering the sleep in a relaxed state. And then when you wake up, it is easier actually to have the thoughts flowing in a clear way, to have the mind more clear, more open, more positive, if you like. And in the morning when you wake up, just, with that gratitude, even if it is just one thing you're grateful for, one thing you can find. If it's just waking up in the morning, then take a moment to breathe. Breathe that life in. And that can be your meditation. It really does not have to be 20, 30 minutes. When I wake up in the morning, the first thing that I kind of think about is nature. So if you have a garden, then open the window even if it's cold, because in the morning the birds are always singing, and the bird song has a certain frequency that is, first of all, actually almost kind of tuning the human beings to the day, to the particular day, and second, it actually makes us feel good, because we associate singing bird song with happiness, with kind of lightness, with the nature being present, and we are very much a part of nature. So, become a part of nature even by opening your window if you don't have a garden. And if you do, take a moment to even step outside, even if it's really cold. Just put an extra robe on, or like an extra jumper, and just go out and touch the ground with your bare hands or bare feet if you are brave enough in the cold weather. And just say good morning to Mother Earth. Even if you don't have anybody else to say good morning to, say good morning to Mother Earth, because she is your ultimate partner in this lifetime. This is where everything physical comes from right now, in your life, in my life, in everybody's life. So say good morning to those closest to you. And that's the birds, that's nature, that's life, that's air. And the final thing that I'm going to mention is kind of a phrase from Abraham Hicks, one of the greatest teachers on the planet as I regard them. And they say, today, no matter where I'm going, no matter what I'm doing, no matter whom I'm doing it with, my dominant intent is to feel good in the doing, being, having of it. Okay? So it's about setting that dominant vibration, setting an intention for how your day is going to be. Or you can just say, in a very kind of short way, today is a good day. Today is a good day. And no matter what is happening, no matter whom I'm interacting with, no matter where I am, I decide, because this is my power, I decide that today is a good day. And that's it. So, I find that gratitude and just presence are the two biggest factors in setting the tone for the day. I think that these are pretty practical, pretty doable, pretty easy things to do. And if you do these things and you do not feel good, then you might look into something deeper, because something deeper is happening in your life and you're probably not looking at the emotions coming up. You just don't want to. And that's a big thing, to be honest with yourself. But if you decide and commit to your own happiness, and you decide and commit to your own well-being, which is actually natural to all of us, then these simple practices, I guarantee you, if you do them for even 1 week, do them for 11 days after, and then 21 days, okay? They say it takes 21 days to create a habit. Create a habit, or many habits that I mentioned. And if after the 21 days you don't start feeling better and you don't see your day kind of flowing better from that moment, then there must be something deeper going on then. Okay, lovely. So I hope that this helps. Much love.